I'm Rob. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be talking about a fortress door. It's not my idea. I repeat, it's not my idea. I don't want copyright strikes. I'm just throwing it out there as a reminder. Maybe you've seen the video, scroll past it, or maybe you were too young at the time to even know anything about it or never seen it before. I'm throwing it out there to help you. Anyways, what the fortress door is Inside Edition did a special like 6 years ago. And I know there's other videos recently. I was just looking it up, and there's other videos recently within the last few years people putting out. So, anyways, I'm just putting it out there again, just in case you neglected, you forgot about it, or you never seen it. If you live in the city, if you live in high crime areas, or if you're elder, or if you're single mom with multiple kids, and you're worried about your protection, or you're just one of them people is just fear warrior, whatever. Anyway, I recommend it. Okay, highly. You can put it in there, that little search thing with a, on YouTube, magnifying glass, whatever. You click on it, put in Fortress Door, and scroll down. You'll see multiple videos, and if you keep going, you'll even see the inside edition one that was over 6 years ago. Like I said, I don't want copyright strikes. I'm not taking ownership for it. I'm just putting it back out there as a reminder. I understand that, what it is. You're taking this little screw. See this little screw right here? Little baby screw. I just pulled this out of my door. You're replacing it with this door here. Okay, 4 inch. So you're taking this little baby screw and you're putting in a 4 inch screw. See the difference? We got a whole lot more in there to hold on to and all that. Anyways, and I understand that some of you are like fixed income, Social Security, and whatnot. Disability. But at the first of the month, which is coming up, soon, maybe you can skip something. Not buy something and buy some of these. It may take you a couple months. Buy some now, buy some other later, and then have somebody do it. You can't do it yourself. Somebody within your apartment complex, maintenance guy might be able to help you, or brother or dad or grandpa or whoever, somebody who's handy with tools can help you. There's always somebody, in the carpet, that's in the carpentry, it's in the apartment complex, you usually run across somebody in there knows, how to do it, and they can use the drill and drill these in, replacing these one at a time and putting these in. You can watch the videos, you can do it yourself, but I recommend doing one at a time. So, follow the videos, because they have several of them on there. I'm not going to do all that because I don't want copyright strikes. I'm just throwing it out there, I recommend, because lawlessness is going to continue, and, I know they say things are getting better, but I don't see that, And anyways, you got the TikTok challenge, people keeping doors in. This here will help you, okay? You ain't got to worry. It ain't coming. Ain't. Yeah, good luck. Anyways, if you watch the videos, you know what I'm talking about. It's crazy, how much this makes a difference compared to these little things. And it won't save a lot of damage on the doors. But anyways, getting back to it, like I said, the chances of somebody coming to save you if it was being bomb rushed by 4 or 5 people, whatever, it's very slim. By the time they get there, it'll be too late. And it's even if they do, because I know in the city they talk about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours before they get there. I know I've called before and waited a couple hours and never shows. So, you know, anyways, um, so like I said, all I gotta say is, protect yourself. If you got, a door, you know, the front door and the back door, if you got one that goes to the garage, they got different things on the internet. They can open up your garage door and get in. You've all seen videos of that. So, technology, it's not always great. It'd be against you. So, anyways, you can have one. You can do that to your garage door too. But I recommend, if you got a safe place, you need to have an exit. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about a closet, but I'm talking about, your bedroom or bathroom, wherever you feel like your safe place would be, would run to if something happened, just in case somebody did get in. You can go there, and I recommend you doing this too there. If that's your bedroom or if that's your bathroom or wherever, because you want to be able to exit. You can never get out through the window as they come through. if it came down to that. So I recommend that. You know what I mean? You got to have a safe place. You know, not everybody's got guns. You know, and I know they come through the windows. You know, like I say they're going to get in anyways. Well, you got baseball bats, you got mace, you got tasers, you know, whatever. You can defend yourself a lot easier instead of 4 or 5 coming walking right in through your door. You know what I mean? You can defend yourself a little bit better that way. Uh, anyways, I'm serious. You know, this is very serious. You know, you're not put this off anymore. Please, 4-inch screws. You know, look it up, Fortress Door. You know, Google it. You know, on the YouTube and there's plenty of videos. Inside Edition did one, and one of the cops did one and stuff. But anyways, it's all there, and you can get somebody to help you if you need to. I'm sure somebody would be willing to help you. Uh, do it. You know, I'm not joking. Do it now. If you're planning on being there for a few years, do it. If you're planning on moving the next month or so, couple of weeks, I wouldn't really worry about wasting money. You know, but if you're planning on being there for a few years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever, do it now. You know, I'm serious. You know, especially in a high crime city. You know, you better be doing. You know, because the lawlessness is going to continue. It's going to get worse. You know, if it's written, and it will happen. So, take it serious, please. You know, look it up. Fortress Store, like I said, I don't want copyright strikes. I'm not trying to take anybody's videos or nothing like that. I'm just throwing it back out there as a reminder. Or if you haven't seen the videos and didn't know nothing about it, well, now you do. You know, share it with other people. More the merrier. You know, if I just help one person, save somebody from something bad happening to them. Or having a door kicked in because of the TikTok challenge. People ain't got nothing better to do. Anyways, but please like, subscribe, share. God bless.